Everybody knows what day it is. Oh, man, dude, stuff is going crazy right now. Like, let's get some feel-good techno going on up in here. I think people need it. Because at the end of the day, damn.
Like, I'm feeling a little irked, or at least, like, irked adjacent, and then these guys bring in their bad vibes? Bro, I'm straight up not having a good time.
Straight up not having a good time, bro. Straight up not having a good time, man. You know what I'm saying, dude? This is crazy, dude. What are you gonna do, man? What are we gonna do, man? We're gonna run around and look like Ricky friggin' Bobby, that's what.
Mr. Bobby, come on down here.
Help me, Jesus! Help me, Jewish God! Help me, Allah! Ah! Help me, Tom Cruise!
Tom Cruise! Where's Tom Cruise? With his crazy Scientology magic, man! Come on, Tom! Where you at, man? Give me some help. Need some help. Bitcoin's crashing hard. Bitcoin went from literally $99,000 all the way down to 86. This is crazy. We're hitting the dumpity dump zone. If you've been watching my channel for long enough, you know I've been calling for this for months, dude. Months, man. There's still downside to come. There's good news, though. There is a bounce on the horizon. We'll get into it. You can believe me. You can choose not to believe me. You can go check all my previous last streams, you know? In fact, check me on all this stuff and be like, oh, was Drew right? Has Drew been talking about this? Or was, you know, does he suck? Is he an idiot? I don't know, man. Maybe he knows what he's talking about. Who knows? Well, all I can say is that if you came here for the levels, baby, you came to the right place. If you came here for the trades, man, you came here to the right place. If you came here for the profits, men and women, boys and girls, he's and she's, dudes and dudettes, homies and homettes, or non-binary people, whatever you are, you came to the right place. The most woke, the most followed. There's billions of people on the stream right now. Okay? And the only thing that I ask from you billions of people is if you are here from Twitter, scroll up and hit the follow button on Twitter. That's it. And if you're here from YouTube, I appreciate you. There's one thing that I ask of you. Make sure you smash that like button, baby. Boom. Make sure you hit subscribe and then boom, baby. Bang on the notification bell. Comment any altcoins or any assets that you want me to look at in the relevant section below. I apologize that I didn't stream the past 2 days. I also have a life. I am also a human being. I'm not a slave to the channel. But I've been calling these levels out. If you've been watching my streams, you knew what this was, right? You knew what this was. You knew this shakeout was going to come. And we are here now. So let's get the nice little transition in. Let's get straight to the charts, man. Get straight to the charts, man. And I called out gold yesterday like no problem. I called this out in the, what's it called? The gold group inside of Verified Investing. If you know anything about me, you know that I'm a verified pro on Verified Investing and I do gold analysis, right? So I actually did this analysis yesterday and I say, hey, man, we are in a rising wedge pattern here. Like, let me get my aquapana out of the way. We'll do our advert here in a second. I said, we're in this rising wedge right here. If we, you know, we're double topping at the all-time high. We've got RSIs. We got bearish divergences on the RSI where RSI is trending down when price is trending up. This thing's got to play out eventually, right? So anyways, I said, look, if we break this and then we come back and back test it, we're probably going to fall pretty hard down here to about the 0.786. And here's the measured move on that, right? About 75% of the measured move, 2880, somewhere in that realm, right? So what exactly happened? We fell outside of it. Then we came back into it. We fell outside of it. We confirmed on this candle right here. Boom. Big drop, baby. Big drop. And guess what's happening now? You are forming a bear flag. You've lost 200 moving average. So that could take you down even past here to the 0.618 potentially. If you measure the staff on this, probably take you into about 2840, somewhere in that realm. So yeah, people made big gains on gold if you are inside of that community. Took that trade myself. It's profitable. We like it. We like that. So what's happening with Bitcoin, man? Lots of stuff. If you've been watching my channel for long enough, you know what I've been talking about, this dumpity dump zone for quite some time. Okay, quite some time. What kicked this off? Well, I'll show you. What does that look like to you? Does that look like a little cup in handy? Little cup in handy? Yes, it does. And then if you measure this cup and handy, and let me get my magnet tool off. This is all technicals, man. This is all literally just technicals. And guess where that took you? Down to this previous swing low that we had been talking about at 93.3, okay? And then if you lose that, guess what? It's downward trajectory down to this support level, which was another previous swing low, then to this support level, which was another previous swing low, and then down to the dumpity dump zone, which is also a swing low, right? Way back here. I mean, like super far back, right? So yeah, dumpity dump zone is in play now, and there is some hope at the end of this. I don't want people. I don't trade based on hopium, man. Okay, everybody else is like. There's a lot of people in my comment section. They're like, dude, why are you saying that Bitcoin could go down to 86,000? Why are you saying Bitcoin could go down to 80,000? Why are you saying Bitcoin could go down to 74, 77,000? I just don't see it, man. And I'm like, did you watch the stream? Because I showed you why I think that, right? And we're in a scalp long right now, just so that everybody knows. So that you know what my directional bias is right now. There is no bear flag here. That is the good news for everyone. There's no bear flag here because it's trending downwards, right? So like it maybe could you consider this a bear flag? Like if you measured from here all the way to here, if you wanted it to look like that, yes. But you know, once you come up here to about 88.3, this bear flag is nullified. Also, I would like to show you a couple of things that lay out a bullish case scenario for Bitcoin, okay? First and foremost, the dumpity dump zone acting as support, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles, right? Out of the past 10 have kind of rode on this, right? Now, if you know anything about supports and resistances, you also know that the more we bang on this, the more likely it is to fall. So if we fall, it's coming down here to 80K, 81K. Whether you like that or not is irrelevant. The market does not care what you like, okay? So let's pull up the VRVP and I'll show you what I mean by that. And for this, we have to go to the 4-hour chart, okay? So everybody, like seriously, like we have been talking about this for months, okay? Months, all right? So let's zoom out and I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is what is called a visible range volume profile. And I said, if we lose 96.8, we are coming down here to 91.3, okay? We lose that, and we have a last-ditch effort here at $86,000. Why? How, Sway? Because you have this high-volume node right here, and I'll move this out of the way if I can. Let me see if I can move this. I don't know how to do that. There we go. You have this high-volume node right here. This is your last-ditch effort, is that high-volume node. If you break this, there is no support down to about here, right? There is support at about $77,000. Now, could you get a little bit of an itty-bitty catch point at $81,000, 80 to 81, because of this tiny volume node right here? Maybe, but I doubt it. Okay, so my guess is if you lose $86,000 here, which we might do, you're coming down here to about 77 to 74K. And that's your catch point, is right here in this range. That's it. That's what it comes down to. And that is where you start buying altcoins, man. That is where you start buying up those altcoin bags, okay? So let's get back down to the 1-hour chart. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Actually, let's see. Okay, so if you know anything about anything, man. I'm just messing with you. Give me 1 second. Let me pull this stuff back up. Okay, so if you know anything about what is going on right now, right? This RSI on the 4-hour is super duper oversold, okay? Super duper oversold, all right? And we actually crossed below this, making this pivot line, right? So this is prime for a bounce, all right? This thing was down in the 17 range, right? So let's get this off of here. Let's get this off of here. And this is priming up for a bounce. Okay, look at the last time we were down here. Big bounce, right? Where did price go? Show you. Right here. Okay, boom. Bounced from $91,000 up to 102.5. Okay, I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen here, but we are trending downwards. Okay, but I will show you what I think could happen. All right. Secondarily, now that we have the VRVP out of the way, the visible range volume profile, and you know where the dumpity dump zone is and why it's there, right? I also want to show you something else. Okay. We broke out of this channel that we had been in for a very, very, very long time. Okay. And that's what got us down to the dumpity dump zone. And we tagged it, and now we're bouncing from it. So don't get too crazy on me. Don't be freaking out, run around looking like Ricky Bobby. But also don't Donna Goodo that.
I cannot see. I'm legally blind. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I'm innocent.
I'm innocent, man. Don't say that you didn't see this happening. And if you was watching the Drew Wolfer YouTube channel on DrewTube, man, you would have known. We've been calling these levels out for a long time. Is all I'm saying. Okay. So now you have what is called a pivot point here. You have resistance here at $89,000. Cool. Great. Right? That's why I have my first take profit at $89,000, right? That's going to be good money for me. I think it's like $1,600. Yeah, that's great. Great money. Anyways, my point is you have your first right here, right? $90,000. Then you're going to have your secondary resistance at about, or $89,000. Then you're going to have your secondary resistance at $90,300 and some odd dollars right now. Why? Because we were trading in this trend channel downwards, and now that we've broken it, this becomes a resistance, okay? Now, can we get back up into this? Absolutely. But guess what? You got another resistance at $91,000 from there. Then, can you come up here to 94K? Yeah, potentially. And I actually have a short position ready to go for that. I tried to catch this short last night. I really did. I tried to catch this short last night at $93,000. I did not get it. I did not get that order. As you can see, I tried to put that in yesterday. Apparently, I was a day late and $1 short, or at least an hour late and a few $100 short. I don't know. Let's see where we were at. We never got back up to 93. So I was about $600 out of the money on this to get this short, but you know, it is what it is. I picked it up at the bottom, man. I'm good with that. I think my average price like 86.6, something like that. Isn't that what it is? 86.6. Yeah, we'll take that. 86.7, right? I averaged in on the way down here. I think I bought at 87,000 whenever we tagged this. And then once we started coming down here, I bought at like 86.6, 86.5, 86.3. Yeah, so I just averaged in. That's all I really did. So anyways, here's my point though. Most of the time what you're going to see is whenever there's a massive bottom or there's a massive top that's priming for at least a short-term bounce, whether it be micro or macro. In this case, it's probably going to be a micro bounce because I do think that we are going to go down to the $80,000 levels, potentially down to the $74,000 to $77,000 levels, like I've been talking about for weeks, months at this point, right? And then you're going to have such a incredible buying opportunity down here that it's going to be unfathomable for you, in my opinion. Okay. Now, usually you are going to see the bottom have the most volume and be one of the most volume candles. This is the bottom, right? This is the lowest price went on this candle right here. Look at the volume on that. It dwarfs the volume on all these other candles that led up to it, right? And especially if you zoom out and you see all these other candles over here, look at this volume compared to all the other volume, right? So that usually comes in at a near-term bottom or a near-term top. Say you were, topping out up here and you saw that same kind of formation, same thing, right? And then you see all of this bullish volume coming in that's stopping the bears from pushing the price down. So we're going to do candlesticks 101 really quick, okay? We're going to do candlesticks 101 really quick. This is what is called a bottoming tail candle. This is an inverted hammer. Is it a perfect bottoming tail? No. But guess which one is? This one, right? That is a perfect bottoming tail candle. This one might not be an exact perfect bottoming tail, but it is very close, and it is a dragonfly doji. Same with this one, and this is going to be a massive, massive green candle if we can close it in 5 minutes up here. That would be awesome. So here's my point. This means that bears, this big long wick means that bears tried to push this down super hard and aggressively, and the bulls fought them. And then it was all bullish volume, right? Same thing here. The bears tried to push it down. The bulls met them and said, nope, you ain't going to do it. And then again right here, the bears tried to push it down. Indecision doji. They did win the candle. Then the bears started to win here again, right? And as you can see, volume is starting to fall off, right? That bearish volume is starting to fall off on these 4 hourly candles, right? Now, you have a massive, and I mean massive, baby, green candle that has come in, and it has then increased the volume from the previous bearish candle, right? So this is starting to indicate, I'm not saying this is actual, factual 100% right now, but this right here, this formation and these two top bottoming tails, this indecision doji, this other inverted hammer doji, and then this massive engulfing candle that engulfs all of these candles ranges right now is a very, very bullish sign that we may be getting a nice bounce upward, okay? Which is exactly why when I saw these candles forming, I started taking my position here. That's it. That's that. It is that friggin' simple, man. That is Candlesticks 101, baby. This is stuff that people charge you thousands of dollars for, and you get it for the free 99 on the Drew Wolfer channel. The only thing that he asks of you is that you follow him on Twitter and that you smash like button, hit subscribe, and then boom, baby, bang on that notification bell. You put up with my antics and my Gary Cardone impressions, all my stupid memes that I pop up, like Kanye and Banana Bread and Donna Goodo, and that you also let me advertise Aquapana to you, even though I'm not sponsored by them. So if you are thirsty, quench your thirst with some refreshing Aquapana water from the region of Tuscany in Italy, the bosom of Italy, the lifeblood of Italia herself. Aquapana water, natural spring water. Make sure you're replenishing yourself with some good hydrating natural spring water. Artisano, baby, right? That's Italian for artisan, if you didn't know what that is. So we'll see what happens here. I think my bias is we pump up here, we go to at least $89,000. This 20 moving average, man, is a magnet, okay? Eventually it's going to intersect here. Now, is that guaranteed? No, it is not guaranteed. We could still absolutely the bears could say, you know what? We don't care. Boom. Dump us down to 80K. Set your stop losses, man. Set your stop losses. But I'm entering here. No close below the dumpity dump zone, right? No close below the dumpity dump zone. 2 wicks in it. The wicks are getting higher, right? And let's look at what the RSI is doing. Guess what RSI is doing? Trending downwards, and now boom, signal line crossover coming out of oversold territory. Let's see if that's a bearish divergence or a bullish divergence. My bad. I'm getting so excited. It's so exciting. Absolutely 100% a bearish divergence, right? Or a bullish divergence. Okay, you got price trending down when RSI, nope, RSI's trending down. Nope, there's no bullish divergence there. Let's see if there's a bullish divergence elsewhere. Ooh. Technically speaking, kind of, but not really. Like, if you want to call that a bullish divergence, okay, it's setting lower lows. I get that. I would say Donna Goodo can tell you about this. Barely. It's barely a bullish divergence, but let's look at Market Cipher. See if Market Cipher is doing the same thing. Okay, so higher lows. 100%. Lower lows on price. Market Cipher. Yep, there's a hidden bearish divergence. Or no, that's not hidden. That is an actual bearish. Or stop saying bearish, bro. It is a bullish divergence, meaning price should be moving upward. Okay, so we did bounce from a key technical level. Where did that technical level come in from? All the way back here to where we started our dump or our pump. Okay, we pumped up to the new all-time high. Guess what? We wicked through, Bam. We got support there. Boom. We back tested it. We got support there. Boom. And then we blasted new all-time highs. People aren't looking that far back in these zones. I am, because I want to make money, man. So we'll see what happens. But in any case, we'll see what happens here. Is this potentially a bear flag? I mean, not really. I mean, there's a case that can be made. Okay, there's a case that can be made. Technically, kind of. Yes, it could technically be a bear flag. Okay, so you've got some mixed signals here, right? We'll just call it what it is. We got some mixed signals here. This probably makes the most sense from a touch point perspective, right? This probably makes the most sense, in my opinion. Every single candle touching. Whether it's a candle body or a wick, you've got 3 candle body touches. You've got one wick touch. No, 2 wick touches. This did not wick up to it. I mean, in my opinion, if we get above 88.2, because I mean, if we get above here, really 88,000, this bear flag is nullified and it's not a bear flag anymore. Because once you get above about 50 to 60% of the entire like staff of this, that's where you're gonna like start thinking about, okay, this isn't necessarily a bear flag. So for this is a 4% move, meaning that once we get above 2%, technically we're above it right now, but let's call it, let's say what's 60% of 4. What did I say this was? This is a 4% move, 4.14. So let's call it 2.4%. So at about 1.65. No, there's a 4.1% move. 1.7, call it. Yeah, so if we get above $88,000, I mean, this bear flag, in my opinion, is nullified. That's just how I would trade this, and that's just, you know, confirmations 101 right there. But I mean, this is a nice trade so far. I'm not telling you to go out and start buying a bunch of spot bags of stuff right now, because I mean, everything is wrecked. I actually sold every spot bag that I had last night in preparation for this, because I was like, okay, this thing's going to go down to the dumpity dump zone. I'm not trying to lose any gains or just lose money in general, right? I'm okay losing a few $100, like, you know, 400, 500 bucks, even 700 bucks. Like, I'm cool with losing that on like a 20K account. Who cares? Because then you can buy the bottom. Now, have I bought the bottom yet? No, I have not, because I bought Bitcoin, right? I put in my order for Bitcoin and I said, you know what? I'm going to try and ride this bad boy up. And then if we come back down, to this dumpity dump zone, it's not going to be good for Bitcoin. So I'm still waiting to buy spot bags down here. Like, and I'm going to go heavy down there, baby. I'm going super heavy. But now we have a bearish formation on the moving averages. Okay. Let's look and see if we can pull a fixed range volume profile and see where that puts us. Probably from the all-time high all the way over to here. Well, actually, we can just extend out our FRVP that we have on the other one, and I want to see what the point of control and stuff like that is going to be now. Yeah, I mean, this could be, you know, this could have been a double top. Now you could be double bottoming right here. You know what I mean? Like, here's your bottom, boom, blast off, right? I mean, this could be a diamond pattern, in my opinion. It's not going to be a perfect diamond pattern for sure, but I mean, if that's the case, this thing's going down. If this is legitimate, I mean, this thing is going down. Like, it's not a perfect diamond, that's for sure. But I mean, it's pretty nasty looking. It's pretty filthy. This would be a diamond top, right? You would be coming up, and I would say you would be measuring it from about right here. Let's see what that move is. 32%. So call 75% of that 24. Yeah, 74K, like I've been talking about for a very long time. I mean, that's the measured move right there. 74K. Even 74.5, something like that. Now, again, I'm not going to sit here and act like this is a perfect diamond top, because what you want to see is you want to see this be the top, right? But, you know, you don't have the diamond top right there is my point. So just, you know, take that for what it is. It's not a perfect diamond top. I'm not saying that it is a diamond top. Just saying it looks a lot like one, right? So you've got your resistances. You know what time it is. You've got your resistance at 89. You've got your resistance at 90. You've got your resistance at 91. I mean, these are very easy levels to remember. 89, 90, 91. You take that out, you could be coming up to about $95,000, right? But now I want to see what this FRVP is telling me, and I'm going to take all this other stuff off so that we can just do it really quick. But yeah, like, it's just, you know, we'll see. So you've got massive resistance at $93,000 too, right? Let's see if we can pull this thing perfectly. Yeah, massive resistance at $92,300. Let me see where this thing is even situated at. Where do we got it situated, man? Yeah, I'd say this is the candle. Yeah, this is the candle. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, so 92.3. I mean, that's kind of your top end target on this right now is 92.3. Excuse me. Need some aquapana, baby. So your top end target on this, as it sits right now, if you got a long trade, right? And I'll show you the long trade that I'm in. Where's that? Where's my long trade at? 0.7, 87.9, no, 88. Oh, I'm in at 86.7. Okay, I'm in at 86.7. My stop is under 86, so 85.652. Because if you get under 86, you're going down. If you do not hold 86, you are going down. Why? Why? Kanye, ask him.
You ain't got the answers, man.
You ain't got the answer, Sway. Well, because, okay, so if you look at where this demand zone is, it's at $86,000, right? If you scroll all the way back here, $86,000 is where we actually settled after this and flipped as support, right? And then boom, we've never gone under it. So we're talking $86,000, which is right here, right? My bad. Right here. That's where we flipped it to support, right? We never closed a candle under that. Okay. Where did this candle close? 86,730. Yeah. So where did this candle close? Where did it open? My bad. 86,279. So my point is that as soon as you lose 86 as a level, I would not be buying until I get down to about 79K at worst, and probably 74 to 77 at best. Okay. So just understand that. And now you understand why, and you understand the levels. And again, I have done this on like 17 live streams. I've told people these same levels, these same things a million times. And some people chose to probably listen. And then some people probably were like, Drew is an idiot, even though he has a master's degree in basket weaving from basketweaving.com, online accredited university, the premier basket weaving online accredited university. I graduated summa cum laude, top of my class with 3.93 GPA. Check it on LinkedIn. And obviously I was the president of the bowling league, right? I was the volunteer secretary of the badminton club. Okay. And I went 3 times All-American in crocheting. Okay. Nobody has a resume like that in this market. So if there's anybody that you should be listening to on TA, it's the basket weaving, master's degree wielding animal that is D-Dubs. Drew Wolfer. Okay. So we'll see what happens here. Look at this massive, massive volume on this candle, which is also probably a bottoming tail candle. Yes. Bottoming tail candle yet again. And then another bottoming tail candle right there, actually. Dragonfly Doji, for real. That's a nice candle. That's on the 4-hour chart. Okay, so what was I about to talk about? Forgot. We're about to go to the 1-hour chart. I know that for sure. Can we catch this bounce, man? Can we catch this bounce? I believe we can. Oh, yeah. I'm shorting here. I'm shorting here, and I'm shorting here. 93.4. Let's look. I'll show you. Let's show you. So I'm shorting at 93,000. I'll also short at 92. Okay. Short at like 92, probably 92 something. Wherever this 50 moving average ends up, if we get up there, I'm starting my shorts there. Wherever this 100 moving average starts, I'm going to be shorting there. And this 200 is starting to trend down. I'm also shorting there. Do we get back up here? I don't know. I highly doubt it. My guess is we just set a lower low, right? So we're probably going to set another lower high as we just did. And I can show you that actually on the 4-hour chart just really quick. Do we still have that one thing? Yeah. Okay. So here's your path, okay? High, swing low. Lower high, lower low. Lower high, lower low, lower high. Now, guess what? Lower low, right? Let's zoom in on that, make sure it's actually on there. Okay, so lower low. So my guess is lower high, right? Is probably what's about to happen. You're going to run into massive, massive resistance at $97,000. Period, dude. Like, probably more like 96, to be honest with you. So just understand that if you hit this, this is your shorting range right here. Right? This is where you start shorting to target this. And then this is where you start longing, obviously setting your stop losses below this level, because once you get down under this level, it's really bad for Bitcoin and altcoins. But that's where you start longing. You start shorting here, boom. Then you start flipping to longs, boom. And then you start targeting new all-time highs there, okay? So my guess is we're probably going to come up here and set another lower high, okay? That's just that. So anything under $99,500 is a lower high, okay? So be nimble. Watch the Drew Wolfer YouTube channel, man. I mean, I'll be walking you through this on a daily basis majority of the time. Like, obviously, like, I try to stream every single day if I can. Obviously, I have a family, I have a life, I have businesses to run, I have things to do. So it's not necessarily feasible every single time, especially if I have family in town that's visiting me, like I did this past week, which is my mother. Shout out my mom. And I'll be walking you guys through it. I mean, just show up to the channel, man. You know, we'll be walking you through, and hopefully you'll be making money. You know, that's what we want to do. We want to make money. Obviously, we took a loss just the other day on this trade, right? Where we were longing here, and then, or we were longing here, and then it ripped us down, man. It ripped us right back down below this value area, and then we started, you know, obviously we just capitulated for a long time, right? Kind of just rode this thing. Right here, and then that's where we hit the dump. So, you know, we did get a nice little cup in handy, right? On the 1-hour chart that kind of pushed us down here. As you can see, rounded top, right? Another rounded top pushed us down here. And this was also a bear flag, right? This was also a bear flag for sure, 100% for sure. And that bear flag probably brought us down to here. I would say to the value area low, right? And then the value area low had been banged on enough that it just finally broke. Got banged on here. Got banged on here, got banged on here, got banged on here, right? Here. So, I mean, even right there, it wicked down to it, right? So, yeah, I mean, that's just, this was inevitably going to happen. I was telling people a long time ago and saying it for weeks, like, hey, we got to come down here. We're going to test that $86,000 zone, right? And then ultimately, we're really going to test this $80,000 to $81,000 zone right here. And then we really need to shake out all of this liquidity that is right here, right? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm just going to zoom in on the chart and show you. So all of this, well, until now, This right here, that is just all a bunch of liquidity, right? So all of this volume right here, that's just all liquidity, okay? And guess what? This is just stop losses, right? People that have leveraged long positions, that's liquidity. So they're going to want to come back and grab that eventually. Is it today? Maybe not. I think we get a short-term bounce here. All the technicals are lining up to say that we get a short-term bounce here. And I mean, this could have been the bounce. This could be the bounce. That's it. You know, that might be all that we get is $89,000 and then boom, blast down. Which is why I'm having my take profit position here at $89,000. You know, I'm not a greedy person. I'll take wins and I'll take gains, and I'm perfectly fine with that. You know, and I have an 80% win rate on gold inside of the gold community. I have an 80% win rate. So, you know, when you're winning 80% of the time, you don't have to take massive wins, is my point. So, like, I'll take, you know, $500,000 win. I'll take a $200 win. I don't care. I'll take $60, man. So long as I'm not losing money, I'm happy, right? And everybody loses money. Don't get me wrong. Everybody's going to lose money sometime eventually. No matter what, you are always going to lose in trading sometime, right? Boom. We've got Adrian Kent. He's here. He says, what's happening? Travis Kelly. Unfortunately, dude, I don't think that we're going to. Now, and what I'll say is I'll give you a caveat on that, right? So here's my bias, all right? If we come down here and we lose 75-ish, right? If we lose right here and we hit this 73 range, you're absolutely right, bro. We're shaking out the CME gap right here at 68. I don't know if I have that on my chart, but, you know, we all know that the CME gap's at 68, right? So do we ever close that gap out? Maybe. But one thing I can tell you is that if we close that gap out down here at 68 grand, the bull run is over. Okay. We lose this level right here. If we go lower than this and we start closing candles under that, it's over. The bull run's over. It's about to be a bear market, and just is what it is. So you better hope that we never close that CME gap. Okay. And in stocks, there's runaway gaps that never get filled ever. Right. And, you know, this could be one of them. The CME gap down here at 68 could be one of them. We will see. I don't know. I will take it level by level. Bohemio said, we missed you yesterday to help. What we should do. Yeah. Unfortunately, I mean, I get it. You know, that's why I teach, right? That's why I teach you guys, so that you don't have to rely on me in my streams. And this is just kind of like a further confluence for you, or at the very least, a teaching tool. But, you know, in any case, bro, we have talked about this, right? So everybody knew this was a level, right? This is the dumpity dump zone. I've had it on there forever, right? We knew that this was a level, right? 89K. We knew that 91K was a level. We knew that we were in a micro downtrend, right? And that we could set a lower low. And if that lower low was going to come in, it was going to come in somewhere in the 89 to, well, we'll say 91. No, yeah, it probably would have been at 91 to $86,000 range. So that was going to be your kind of like demand zone, right? Where people start buying up the dip and start pumping it back up to a potential lower high again, right? I'm going to delete this thing. Why is this locked? Okay. So, I mean, in any case, everybody should have known, just if you've been watching my stream for long enough, that this zone was in play 100%. And then if you read the candles, once we get down there, and the volume, and you read what's going on, you would see, right, obviously, if I'm a good enough teacher, right, that we are bouncing, right? We are likely to bounce there, right? And these two candles were the bottom, right? And they had massive, massive volume on them, right? So that's the good news. So we are bouncing. We'll see where it goes from there. And my first take profit level is going to be at $89,000. Is this a full take profit? Yeah, I need to take that off. So give me 1 second. We're going to set up the trade, man. We're going to set up the trade in any case. How do I clear this? There we go. Confirm. What did I say it was? 88,989. Okay. Clear this. Okay. So we're going to do a couple of different take profits here. Okay, so if we hit $90,000, I'm going to take off a third of this position. What's my position? 0.7. So let's say, we'll just say to 0.5, 0.25, right? Or 0.23. That's fine. That's a third off. That would make us what? $500. Okay, we'll lock those profits in, take off a third at that key level, right? Then, in my opinion, it's probably going to come somewhere up here. I don't necessarily think that we're going to take out and we're going to flip this to support. This is a pretty weak support. Let's see what the 91 level looks like. I don't know. We've hit it a couple of times here. 1, 2, 3 times hit perfectly. 4 times hit perfectly. I mean, do we take profits at the 91 level? What's the 90K level? 91,171. So that's the previous swing low, the lowest. Yeah, I would say 91,000. So let's put another third of the position off there. That's a good level. Come on, man. How do I get down here? Okay. So that's another 900 locked in. I like that. If we get to that level, and that's where you would start reassessing to see like, okay, do we, close this position fully out there? Also, I would like to see the strength once we start getting up to those levels and see like, is Bitcoin super strong right here? Because if it's going through here, I might not even take profit at this level. I might just set a stop loss at that level, right? Move my stop loss up. Now you can move your stop loss up above what, 85,688. I think my stop loss is already there. 85,656. Is my stop loss already there? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is. So now my stop loss is below the low, right? That's great. Love it. What is going on here? There we go. Okay. Okay, and then where should our third take profit be? I think it was up here at about 92.4. We'll call it 92.3-ish. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, call it 92.3-ish, right? We're going to just move this one. 92. Okay. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. 92. Call it 113. Because I always like to front run the levels. 0. What do we have now? We have 0.46 Bitcoin that we've already done the take profits on. What do we have? 0.7 Bitcoin, so 0.24. Okay. I don't know what that would be. Yeah, that's like another 1,300 locked in. I like that. I can dig that. So we've got 3 take profits. One is really close to getting hit already, actually. I might move this up because, yeah, that's going to be a really weak resistance level right here. In my opinion, it's going to be a really weak resistance level. And I want to see what's going on with the Stokes. Yeah, the Stokes they're not even out of overbought. The RSI isn't even out of overbought. No signal line crossover yet either. I mean, let's see what's happening that's on the 4-hour chart, granted. So let's see what's happening on the 1-hour chart. I'm going to take this take profit off just in case so that it doesn't get hit while we're looking at the charts, right? And then we'll figure out what our level is. Okay, let's go to the 1 hour. And again, I mean, this is where the 20 moving average is. Yeah, it's looking like we could go back up to about 92. Potentially. We'll see. Let's look at the rest of the charts. Okay, so yeah, the 20 moving average is in line with that resistance now, but they're starting to curl, right? So if we can reclaim this and it curls upward, that's where we're going to start seeing some bullish momentum coming in. What's the RSI doing here? It just left overbought territory. It's at 40. I mean, this thing's got a little ways to run. Even if it goes up at the same trajectory or even a higher trajectory, let's say it goes up at a higher trajectory. Three hours at the very least until we get into oversold territory. Let's see what the Stoke is doing. Stoke is super overheated, but again, So what you're doing, if we can set a higher high or a higher high on the Stoke, then that would be, we're setting higher lows here. Nah, there's no divergence there. See what money flow is doing. Money flow is starting to curl. Yeah, you've got this trending upward now, which is good. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm thinking, 90K or so. Stefan says thumbs up. Glamour says a 75K shakeout is a good thing in my opinion. I do too, because that's what healthy markets do. They leg up and leg down. You can't just go up forever. Travis Kelly says, my AI trader just flipped out. It goes cha-ching. I don't trust bots, man. I don't trust bots. I trust me, but I definitely don't trust bots. So you do whatever you want, my friend. Yeah, I don't think we're going to come down and hit that CME gap. Not right at this second, but obviously, let's see what happens here at this level right here. See if we get a rejection or if we get my bias is we're probably going to get a short-term rejection because of the stochastics, and then the stochastics come down and we keep trending upwards potentially, right? But in any case, we are in good profits inside of the position. And, honestly, I can probably start trailing the stop loss up a little bit higher to, the 86.3 range or whatever, right? Because I don't see us going back down there. But in any case, I want to go to the 1 minute chart and see what's going on. Oh, yeah. We just flipped all the moving averages, man. This is starting to get bullish down here. Yep. There we go. That's what you want to see, man. That's what you want to see. Obviously, RSI super overheated. Stochastic super overheated. We'll see what happens with it. But, this is what you want to see. You don't want to see this candle, though. This candle is called a topping tail right here. So, that's an extremely bearish candle that usually comes in at, near-term tops, right? It's the opposite of the hammer, the bottoming tail. So, we'll see what happens here in just a second. But, we did come back up to 88.7. So, that's pretty darn good. Let's see what we can extrapolate from here. Let's delete this thing. We are trending up. We are setting higher lows and we are setting higher highs now. So, if you stay above, really, if you stay above 86.4, you're going to continue trending up here. Actually, you want to take that back. You want to stay above 87.2 here, because you now have a bullish formation on the moving averages and you want to keep that formation going forward. So, yeah, this is looking good. This is looking upwards, up and away. Let's see how much money we can lock in on this. Hopefully, we can make a couple of grand on it, 2-3 grand, and we'll take it from there. With that being said, I will we'll see how this plays out tomorrow. So everybody have a good day. And I will see you in the stream tomorrow. Sorry, there was no Gary Cardone impression, but we just had to get right to the money, honey. With that being said, I will see you soon. Peace.